Hi everyone. So over the last week, there's been lots of controversy around Google's AI overviews. Now, there was lots of sometimes quite funny, but I thought obviously fake versions of AI overviews with ridiculous answers. Google have actually come back now and said which ones were fake, and some explained why maybe the answers weren't very accurate. But in a world where we know there's so much kind of fake news and so much stuff is so easily faked, I'm surprised by how many people weren't questioning it. I think people didn't want to question it because they kind of wanted it to be true. Haters gonna hate and all of that. Now in SEO, I think most of us should know how easy that would be to fake. But because I think there's lots of people out there who maybe don't realize how easy it is to fake, I just wanted to do a quick demonstration so people maybe question these kind of things in future, and any kind of screenshots from any kind of websites maybe question because they can look very realistic very easily. And the reason for that is because when you go to a website, including Google, you can edit how it appears. So let's take this result here, for example. So we've searched for how many units of alcohol per week, and there's a perfectly good answer there, generated by AI overviews. Now, if we search for how many units of alcohol for under 10s, so the kind of stupid question that people were faking answers from AI overviews for with dangerous answers, well, Google aren't actually providing, at least not providing me, with an answer to that as part of AI overviews. But then what if I was to take this and I could just put this in here? Okay, but it still mentions men and women, right? Okay, but then I can select the text that I want to change and I can click inspect. And what that's going to do is going to open up DevTools. And there's many, many exciting things you can do in DevTools if you've not used it before. One is to just edit the HTML of the page. It doesn't reload the page, but the code behind the page you can edit and change how it appears, which is very useful for doing mock-ups and so on of websites and how things might appear. But you can also use this to fake things. So I can click here to edit the text, and I can instantly start changing this. I can change men and women to boys and girls under 10 years. And edit all of this. Here's one I've done earlier. So, suddenly you can take a screenshot of this. How many units of alcohol for under 10s? According to the NHS, boys and girls under the age of 5 should limit their alcohol consumption to 14 units per week on a regular basis to reduce the risk of health problems. And then further down, if your children regularly drink 14 units per week, it's best if they spread their drinking out over the weekend but avoid school nights. This is the kind of ridiculous thing that people were coming up with. I don't know if maybe some of them were originally thought of as jokes, or whether people genuinely wanted to damage Google with this. But please do question things. Google admitted that some of them results were a little bit off in some cases, and I think that's inevitable considering how many people are using this tool. And there was always going to be teething problems, but there's not things as ridiculous and dangerous as what some people were faking.